Yeah. Yes, officer. Yeah, his name is Oliver. You found him where? In an alley. Strung out on catnip. Well, look, he's got some newfound fame, and I think he's struggling to deal with it. So, no, I'm live now, but I'll come down to the station and pick him up afterwards. Okay, thank you. Bye. What up, deckheads? How goes it? Episode number 8, right? Holy shit, we made it to 8. I can't believe it. Apparently, Oliver's strung out on catnip in the back of an alley somewhere. It's what we're dealing with at this point. He can't handle his celebrity. Welcome to Barry on Deck. I'm Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate the turnout and support so far. You guys know that though, man. Lot to get to today. Super excited about hour number 2 of the show. The man, the myth, the legend, the juggalo, the fan favorite, the lifelong intern, Juggalo Trey is joining Barry on Deck today. What? Holy shit, we did it. I feel like this is the biggest celebrity we've had on this show to date. And we've had some pretty big celebrities so far. But yeah, Juggalo Trey's going to be here at 3 o'clock. We're going to have a good time. He's got a new animal in his life. And I'm not talking about his girlfriend. Okay, that's not. But he'll be here. We're going to talk some NASCAR. We'll talk sports. You know, it's Jug. So probably just talk a lot of crazy stuff and have a good time. But thank you guys for being here. It is May 20th, 2020. And I need to take a second here, deckheads, and wish a very, very, very special happy birthday to my mother, Genia's mom. Happy birthday, Mom. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you had sex with Dad so that I'm here. Okay, that's weird. But I love you, Mom, and happy birthday, and thank you for all the support over the years. Mwah. Love you. All right. Back to it. Got that out of the way. Mom's, Genia's mom in there. Andy Huggins in the building. What's up, Andy? Frank? Jennifer's back. Oh, shit. G-Man already with the super chat. Yes. Oliver Catnip Fund. Man, that dude's a crackhead. Don't. G-Man, do not be contributing to the delinquency of a crackhead cat, okay? We don't need that. I don't need to be raising a crackhead, so... look at all the love from moms. Thank you, Clarence. Thank you, Terry, Pamela. Thank you, guys. Jenny's mom out there. Donna, thank you. Who else is in the chat already? Marty's here. Keith, Fidel, Richard. Mr. Crusham's back in the building. Oh, shit. Danny, my dog. Danny, thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. I'm going to buy my mom a Chick-fil-A sandwich, Danny, on you. Happy birthday, Barry's mom. Thank you, Danny. You guys... Man, this super chat, you guys are just absolutely amazing. And it's unbelievable how kind you all are. So, Steven Uzik in the house. I might have a video that Steven... Guys, we have so much video. I feel like this show is just morphing into a Barry just shits on a bunch of funny videos show. And I kind of feel like you guys would be all right with that. I think I would be all right with that. I don't care. I mean, I want to talk sports when it's relevant. There's really not a lot. I'm not going to lie. We were always very proud on The Usual Suspects that we could do a show and not have to talk sports the whole time. But it's getting more and more like, whoo, boy. It's day 3 and 4 in the week, and people are still breaking down the Last Dance. I'm so glad I don't have to do that. I can just have a good time, do whatever the hell I want. This is outstanding. So... thank you guys for the continued happy birthdays to the mom. Chris Householder, yes, sports and lawn talk. Is that what you're here for? Sports and lawn talk? Bro, you're here for the lawn talk. Don't get me wrong. What's up, AR Platinum? You guys give a hello to AR Platinum as well, man. Behind the scenes, that dude has really been helping me navigate the YouTube waters because as you guys know, he's the man on YouTube, but he's really been helping me and I appreciate it. So thank you, AR Platinum. Couple things before we really get into it. So, if you can't tell, Daddy got a haircut today, and let me get on the good lens. Let me get on the good lens here. Hold on. Look at that, boy. Look at that fade. Look, oh shit, look at that bump right there. But look at that fade. Look at that edge up. Look at that line. Guys, I didn't have to cut my hair in the garage. Nope. I was able to cut my hair at a barbershop thanks to Jason Rowland, and J-Ro's my dude. If you guys need a man, I got one for you. J-Ro the barber. You guys hear me talk about him all the time. And this is not a plug. He is not paying for this. I was just so happy to be back in a barber's chair. And I have the ability now to shout people out like that. So I paid for it today. Like, he's not running ads. That's just my dude. And he does a fantastic job. If you need a haircut and he's open. He's open. Call him 713-697-7255, or just hit that dude up on Booksy. He's out there scheduling an appointment. Guys, it felt so normal. That was the beautiful thing about getting a haircut, is it felt like I was getting back to normal again, without the running around and just doing grocery shopping and back home. I got out. Now, it's a little different. I waited in the car until it was my turn. But then once I was able to get in the barber's chair, I still got my hair cut with a mask on. He had a mask on. The cleaning steps were 10 times what they normally are. But it felt good, it felt safe, and it felt freaking normal. So I wish all of you the opportunity to get back to normal as soon as possible, because it felt fucking amazing. Excuse my language. I do have a couple of things over here that I need to get to. Eric Resendez, my dude. First of all, Eric, his super chat says, Barry's mom, sorry your son's going to take an L in MLB. Bro, look. There's no way you beat me, because I will rage quit before the end of that game. So if you guys don't know, we're going to be playing on my Twitch channel May 28th, day before my birthday, as a matter of fact. We're going to be playing. So you have to let me win, Eric, because my birthday is the next day. So Thursday, May 28th on Twitch. I'm going to beat that ass, but if I don't, expect a rage quit, homie. And Richard Valles, thank you for the super chat, my friend. I love that we're raising bail money for my derelict cat. This asshole. What I've noticed, everybody tips Oliver. They're just like, here, there's some money for Oliver. Well, I appreciate you, Richard. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. That's very kind of you. And oh shit, Bradley, Mr. Jackson. Thank you. I did have to pay in full for the haircut, man. J-Ro's got to eat too. I get it. So I was like, I don't expect freebies, man. If it's tough times for everybody, but worth every penny just to sit in that barber's chair again. So I appreciate you, Bradley. Thank you, Mr. Jackson. That was very kind of you. Oh, don't worry, Clarence. I'm gonna play you. I'm gonna beat that ass too. In fact, I'm actually thinking about doing a league of MLB The Show for the show, whether it's for the show or the patrons or both. We may have two different leagues. But I'm thinking about putting something together. So if you're not on the Patreon yet, you can hop on that, because we're going to have some really cool stuff just for the patrons of the show. Just go to patreon.com, barryondeck. There's my shameless plug. But hop on there, because I got today I set up channels on the Discord server, which is it's like a private chat for the patrons. And so I've got a lawn talk channel on the Discord. I've got a sports channel on the Discord. I've got a video games channel on the Discord. And I also have a video and memes channel on the Discord. And I want to thank Dan Davis for the ideas, because Dan knows a little bit about Discord. I don't know shit about Discord other than it's just a chat server. But there's some stuff that'll go down there. Like, for example, on Fridays when we do Lawn Talk, if you have a Lawn Talk question and you wanna make sure that I see it, you can go to the Discord server and put your stuff in there. And since they're patrons, I'll have something to reference, because a lot of them might get lost in the chat on YouTube. So the Discord server will have a place, and all the patrons have access to it. So thank you guys. What is Brandon? Brandon in the house with the super chat. Had to one-up on Bradley Jackson. P.S. Proper number 12 is badass. Well, first of all, Brandon Gary, thank you so much for one-upping Brandon, or Mr. Bradley Jackson there. And you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy some Proper number 12 and try it. And if it's awful, I'm going to poop on your doorstep. That'll be the rule. Okay, so we're just gonna do that. Mr. John Parker, boo. Dude, thank you so much. Not boo. You're not my boo, John. Is this where I get paid for watching this? No. I wish. Dude, if I could pay you guys as supportive as you all have been, trust me, John Parker, I would pay you. But thank you for the super chat, buddy. Very much appreciate it. This is, okay. I said I felt normal because I was out and about getting a haircut, and it did feel amazing. One of the things, though, that I've noticed, there was a lot more traffic. There was a lot more people on the road, and that's cool. But, man, you sons of bitches need to back up still when we're out in public, okay? Just give everybody 6 feet. That's all I'm asking. Can we just give everybody 6 feet? And thank you, Bradley Jackson. I will take his address so I can poop on his door. Back up, though. Like, seriously, grocery store, barbershop, give everybody 6 feet. And then I think we'll be a lot safer out there. But restaurants are opening, barbershops, gyms. Guys, we're kind of getting back to normal here. And I'm so ready for this shit. I really am. I'm so ready for this shit. What's up, Golfer Jay? What's up, homie? Is that really J-Ro? I see J-Ro in the house. Is that J-Ro? Oh, shit. I'm not going to taste it with the Diet Coke. Okay. Fair enough. I probably won't because I'm not drinking proper number 12 straight. I have one thing to get to before we talk specific items on the list. And I've got sports. I want to talk about Joe Rogan for a minute because that shit was crazy. I don't know if y'all saw that. But real quick, I had a life observation. And I didn't really know what to think of this. And I had to get this off my chest. I had to talk about this. So I was on Facebook and I got a friend request from somebody, and I try to keep Facebook really to family and like really close friends. And I always have. Everything else on my social media is always open, but I've always tried, because sometimes, like when I got laid off, I was very emotional. Hell, if you guys listened to the last show I did, you know that. But on Facebook, I spilled my guts sometimes or whatever, and I don't necessarily, I don't want to be emo because I want you guys to just see the fun side. Like if you see the sad side, no one wants that shit because everybody else is sad too. So I keep it kind of limited. But I got a friend request, and I was like, I don't really know this person. And you know how sometimes you'll click on somebody and you'll kind of start going through a rabbit hole. And I ended up on this dude's like girlfriend or wife, or in some way I ended up on some chick's profile. And I was like, who is this chick? She looks familiar. So I clicked on the profile picture. And it was a very tight shot. It was let me see here. Let me see if I can. It was this close. So you can see I need to shave with this raggedy ass beard. But it was like this close, her profile picture. And in her profile picture, right here, she had the biggest fever blister I have ever seen in my whole life. Now, I'm not judging you if you have a fever blister. I mean, we all have our past. You got a fever blister. Okay. It's a form of herpes, but you know what? You can get it in a million different ways. It doesn't mean that you had sex with someone with herpes, or you just, it could be anything, okay? It could happen. The best of us get them. I don't think I've had. I hate when you get the pimple that looks like a fever blister, and then you have to explain to everybody, no, it's a pimple. No, I just squeezed it and then it scabbed over. It's definitely not a fever blister. It's just a pimple. Where are you going? No, it's not. Come back. I don't have herpes. So, but this was an obvious fever blister. Like, it was obvious. And my thought is, how much did you like that picture that you would ignore the fever blister and still make that shit your profile picture on Facebook? Like, how much of a rush were you in to get up a profile picture? I would have been like, you know what? I'll wait. I'll give it 2 weeks before this fever blister goes away. And then I'll take a new fever blister free picture and make that my profile picture. But I was either this bitch is in a hurry to get a profile picture up, or she just really likes the way she looks in this picture and she had to weigh the options. And she was like, well, on the one hand, I have the fever blister. but goddamn, my hair looks amazing. So she's like, oh, fuck it, I'm married. We're going with the picture. We're putting up the fever blister shot. Just wild. Didn't expect that. So I bet you if she was single, she definitely 1,000% does not put a fever blister picture as her profile on Tinder. If you do that, you literally 0 matches. Nobody is hanging out with you if your fever blister lip is in your profile picture on Tinder. Okay. Yeah, no shit, Cowboy fam. Photoshop that shit. Why just get you can Photoshop shit on your phone. You don't need a full computer. Just a little smudge or something. Patrick Randall said, what if it was a mole? No, bro. I used to date a chick that had fever blisters. That shit was a fever blister. I know a fever blister when I see one. Bradley Jackson. Bradley Jackson wants to know, bro, did you accept the friend request? No, I was like, you know what? Him and his herped up wife, good luck to him. But I don't know him well enough to, and then they're going to want to come over for dinner, and then she's going to be all up on my glasses with that lip getting, no, thank you. No, no, we didn't accept that. I didn't accept that friend request. No. Nick. Bro, how bad do you want it, Nick? How bad? Okay, fair question. That's a good, Nick Gamboa, you bring up a good point. How much are you willing to risk for somebody hot? Would you, let's say that there's a chick you've always wanted to bang, or a dude. I'm not discriminating, Donna and Jennifer and all my ladies in the chat, Lisa. I'm not discriminating. Let's say, by the way, Virginia Buttonweed is in here. That's hilarious that there's a Virginia Buttonweed. Let's say that there's like a person you've wanted to have sex with, guy or girl, because some of you know. And they're a 10 out of 10. You're just like, oh my God. But you know, you've seen them with a fever blister, and the chances of them having like the herpes, let's say it's 75% that they've got. Would you? For a 10, would you risk it? Would you risk banging it out with a 10 for herpes? Because herpes ain't going away, right? We all know that. What's up, 713 Hooligan? Thank you for being here, homie. I personally, I'm not risking it. Demetrius, you nasty bastard. He said, I'm getting old. I'd risk everything. Ugh. I'm with you, Nick. I don't give a shit if it was Holly Berry. If she ends up with a fever blister, no, I'm not. I can't do it. See, most of you good. Justin, herpes is a no for me. Thank you, Justin. Appreciate all your support too, buddy. Billy, no. Adam, just got here with Juggalo Trey, really joining you for the second half. Yes, Adam, Juggalo Trey will be here at 3. Total Dallas is a soft pass. Robert Spurrell is a hell no, 100%. Matthew, body condom. No, bro. Still. I'm not, because then you still got to sit on her toilet seat if you spent the night. No, thank you. Jimmy John, you ain't doing no saran wrap, homie. No. 97% of the world has herpes. What? Is that true? That's not true, James. James, I'm going to need you to cite a source. Okay, I'm going to need you. I think that's bullshit. Roland, you're disgusting. Roger, I'm not risking it for the biscuit. That's hilarious. I'm not. Oh, look at Jugs Trey in the chat. He's here. And no, he wouldn't have sex with a woman if she was a 10 and risk getting herpes. Charles is disgusting because he said yes. I'm not doing it. I don't give a shit. There's no way on earth. Even let's just say you didn't even know there wasn't a 75% chance for herpes. They just had a fever blister. I'm still not doing it. Just with a fever blister. I'm a hard pass on that. Crystal Collins says, but you won't have to pinch it with her. Watch yesterday if you didn't get it. Go back, watch the other episode. That's hilarious. Nice callback, Crystal Collins. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this story with Joe Rogan. I don't know if you guys saw this or heard the news, but yo, my man Joe Rogan is out here raking it. Joe just signed a deal with Spotify, to exclusively be on their platform for his podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience. The deal was worth $100 million. What? Yo, this dude started a podcast, kind of got in on the revolution, but $100 million from a show that he built from scratch. Does that sound familiar? One day, guys, one day. I'd settle for $100,000 at this point, Spotify. Call me. But, dude, $100 million, self-built, self-made. The people gravitated to it. It took off. And that's amazing to me. And I'll tell you what. Okay, so one thing, if you didn't know, because I know some of you knew this, but yeah, Joe Rogan on Spotify for $100 million, Demetrius. But you can still get clips like the best of. You'll still be able to get those on YouTube. But he did say that, let's see where it is. The podcast is moving to Spotify starting September 1st. Podcast will be available on Spotify as well as all platforms. And then at the end of the year, it will move exclusively to Spotify. And yes, Roland, including the video version. It will remain free. And it will be the exact same show. It's just a licensing deal. Why can I not talk today? So Spotify won't have any creative control over the show. He said he still plans to run clips on YouTube. But you just can only get the full version on Spotify starting next year. So there you go. How many years is it? Let's see here. I don't see it. Unless I missed it. And it just says at the end of the year. It doesn't say for how long. I imagine they had to wrap that up for at least 10 years, right? I mean, there's no way you're investing that much money for a few years. That's got to be 10 years at least. Yeah, I'm with you, Alex. Let's go. Let's go, Spotify. It's a good question, TJ. Barry, how much would Spotify have to pay you today for some... Man, they give me $9. I'm there. And Chris Jones, thank you, buddy. That's kind of you. Listen. It wouldn't take much at this point. Going from having a show on the radio to no show to now, all the love and support and you guys being here in this show. We passed 2,200 subscribers now to the channel. We had almost 6,000 and 4,000 views the last 2 days. 10,000 views in 2 days. Oh, God, I'm so blessed. But I tell you what, I like the way Joe's doing it by not selling out. To me, that's the key. And at this point, if somebody came along and said, hey, we want you to do Barry on Deck on our platform, but you can't curse, you can't do video, you can't, I'd be like, nah, because I kind of like the way that this show is going. I kind of like the direction. It's been very organic. You guys kind of have a say in what we're doing here. I like having the creative control. So good for Joe to be able to keep creative control and still make this deal happen. And here's what it says to me. It signifies that we talked about this, I think, last week or, maybe it was last week, but consumers are taking control of what they consume. And I love that because you could have been listening to Howard Stern on XM where there's still rules and things he has to do. They could have been listening but they were like, you know what? One thing we are going to consume in large quantities is Joe Rogan and the Joe Rogan Experience. And because of that, he was able to go out and get this kind of deal and retain 100% creative control. It's amazing. And as consumers, I'm so glad that it's switching to that because we have the right now. We've taken our money and said, no, we're not going to give it to a corporation who then gives a chunk of that to the creator or the entertainer. We're just going to give it to them. Like when you guys subscribe to the Patreon, we're going to give it to them to allow them to do what we want to consume. It's so badass, and this is the pinnacle of it. So congratulations to Joe Rogan. This won't be the last of it, guys. This is literally the first, because you guys know, Rogan's a pioneer. That dude is an absolute pioneer in podcasting, and this won't be the end of it. This will be the first of many new deals on many new platforms. I guarantee you Apple's going to do it. I guarantee you Google Play will do it. I guarantee you that What is it? So he did his on Spotify. What's it? Oh, Pandora. I mean, there's going to be a lot more that sign up big names to exclusive long-term deals. So cool shit, and happy to see it. All related podcasts on Spotify numbers about to go up. That's true. Joe's going to bring a lot of ears, Amos, to the platform itself. So, what happened here? What happened here, Jibby John? Keep the Wi-Fi close to the... Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Is Jugs on the... Oh, hell. Jugs, don't run the show, bro. Everybody's here for you today, okay? Don't run the damn show. Let's talk a little basketball. A couple things real quick, because when I was at J Rose's place at Current Cuts, he asked me, he goes, "Did you hear the news that Houston is one of the finalists to be one of the cities where the NBA could hold games?" And I hadn't heard that yet. We talked a little bit about it yesterday on the show, where, look, I think it's cool that basketball is getting ready to ramp up. I think it's cool that Texas, California, and New York are saying they're going to allow pro sports soon. But I just don't want it. I don't want to see it in densely populated areas. If you watched the show yesterday and you saw Matthew Broussard, he said 1 in 800 New Yorkers had the coronavirus or has died from the coronavirus. That's crazy. That's an astonishing number. And somebody astutely made the observation to me privately on Twitter. They were like, "Man, he looked shell-shocked." And I thought the same thing. It looked like it's just chaos up there. That it's we're lucky down here because we're not on top of each other like they are in New York. But could you imagine living up there? It would be a bit shocking to deal with that on a daily basis like they are. So I'm all for sports opening up. I just want it to be in a more rural or less densely populated areas in major cities and major states. That said, they said Houston was one of them, but it looks like the front runner is going to be Orlando and Disney World. There was an article on CBS Sports where they talked about the fact that the NBA returning. Orlando has emerged as the front runner. Disney World and Orlando specifically because they're going to be able to have the room and the rooms to accommodate everybody to be able to stay and do their thing. I heard Houston. This was reported, by the way, by Shams Charania and Sam Amick of The Athletic. And I think part of that stemmed from the call that all those celebrity or those superstar players had where they talked about, are we down for this? Do we want to do this? I'll tell you this, though. They better be careful. And the same is true for Major League Baseball. You don't want to be the sports league that reignites a pandemic because you do things too quickly. Or you don't want to be the sports league that's responsible for a celebrity athlete's death because you came back to, like, we know Rudy Gobert had it. We know other people had it. But could you imagine, who was it? Was it Carlos Carrasco that fought leukemia? Could you imagine baseball comes back, he plays, he gets coronavirus, he dies. Now what? Was it worth it? So I think all of these sports franchises have to be very, very careful how they come back, when they come back, and why they come back. Otherwise, the risks, I don't know that the risk would outweigh the reward. And I don't even know if baseball is going to come back, to be honest with you. And Jugs wanted to talk about this a little bit because I've heard June 1st by one person, but I've heard July. But I think that the players union in baseball and that the players or the owners are too far apart because they're talking numbers. And they're saying two different things. I was reading an article today where they talked about that the owner said, no, we're not coming back without fans in the stands. We can't afford it. You guys need to take a deeper pay cut. And the players are like, no. You guys said that if we took a salary cut and got prorated for the games that we play, that it would be fine. And we have that email. And the owners are like, no, you don't, because we didn't say that. They're really far apart right now. And you guys know how powerful the baseball players union is. I think they're going to be far apart for a while. Plus the fact that, look at this graphic. Major League Baseball is saying they're losing a shit ton of income if they have to play without players in the stands. Now, let me explain this. Before this COVID-19 happened, before we all got the coronavirus, Baseball projected revenue at $9.967 billion, damn near $10 billion. And then they were saying on average at a local level, each team's revenue, not debt, not money, spent, not all that, but each team's revenue on average. Now, Detroit's might be 90 and the Yankees might be 300 million, but on average, $7.548 billion at the local level. So total revenue and then local revenue. But look what they're saying now. That second line where it says new projection, that second line is revenue projected if they play 82 games without fans. They're saying if they play 82 games without fans, their projected revenue total is $2.87 billion and $1.52 billion at the local level. Now, why is that a big deal? Well, you have to take into account expenses. They operate baseball at the major league level and at the local level. Both operate at a loss. It seems like most times. There was an article that had these numbers, and check this out. They said that expenses for baseball total $10 billion, and then they break it down. Right? They're saying at $10.2 billion that covered player compensation, pension. Amateur signings, that covered expenses at the local level, and it covered the central office. So in other words, the MLB central office, Rob Manfred and everybody, it costs $400 million just to operate that thing on a yearly basis. So that $10 billion was their expenses based off of $9.967 billion in revenue. So baseball was operating at a loss, They were operating at a loss, but not a tremendous loss. Fast forward, and now, it's like that little effect, and now what they're saying is that expenses, even though revenue has dropped to just over $2 billion, $2.87 billion, they're still projecting expenses based on where they're currently at $6.8 billion. So if they're at 2.8 in projected revenue and they're projecting expenses of 6.8, they are projecting a net loss of $4 billion if they play a half a season without fans in the stands. First of all those numbers and everybody's, you see that and you're thinking, okay, but I hate to tell baseball, I hate to tell the league, I hate to tell the owners, and I hate to tell the players, but no one gives a shit about your fight over millions and millions of dollars. The rest of us don't give a shit. We do want sports, but we're not going to feel sorry for you if you're losing money. None of us are. That's just a fact. Sorry, baseball. Sorry, millionaire athletes. Sorry, billionaire owners. We don't give a shit. Figure it out. Play some fucking sports. Call us when you're done. Okay? That said, if you look at it from a business perspective, if I'm baseball, I'm not operating at a $4 billion loss just to have sports back. Nah, we'll wait. I mean, you think, okay, they don't have any revenue now, and is that a big deal? Well, it is, and I have a story that'll prove that. But you still want to say, I'd rather operate at a minimal loss by not having to pay salaries, by not having to pay all these extra expenses, as opposed to, well, we can play and lose $4 billion. That shit ain't happening. That shit ain't happening at all. And yeah, look, Chris Jones nailed it. That's exactly right, dude. Chris, millionaires fighting with billionaires. That's exactly right. No one gives a sack of baseball shit if you guys play, if it's all about the money. And it is. Now, there was an article I saw in regards to baseball, and this is what I was talking about earlier, about operating without any kind of revenue, even if you're operating at a loss. But the Oakland Athletics missed their rent on the stadium, on Ring Central Coliseum. They owed $1.2 million for the month of April, and they're now delinquent. Like, they haven't paid their rent. Neither have a lot of us, okay? Neither have a lot of us. So get in line, Oakland. Get in line, baseball. Get in line, Ring Central Coliseum. Because a lot of us can't pay rent. A lot of us have lost our jobs. A lot of us are dealing with struggles. And that's just how it goes. So Ring Central Coliseum has a couple things, has some decisions that they have to make. the A's are going to have to get some sort of forgiveness on that debt. But it'll be interesting because if they don't play and baseball comes back and there's no central place to go play like they were talking about doing in Arizona, if everybody's going to play in their own stadiums, the A's might be screwed, man, because they haven't been paying rent. And as far as I know, they ain't not getting a pass on paying their rent for the Coliseum. So that'll be interesting. What do we got in the chat? Oh, Luis, that's a pretty good point here, too. The way sports and live entertainment have handled the Rona has made me rethink where and how I'll spend my money moving forward. That's interesting. That is interesting because, look, as a consumer, and when we see rich people fighting over money, the amount of money they're fighting over, I don't know about y'all, but I'm like, fuck these guys. I don't give a shit that they're fighting like, oh, you're going to lose $1 billion, each of you billionaires. You'll write that debt off. Yeah, it's going to hurt. You're going to be right back where you started from. The difference is if you and I lose $1,000, it hurts. Like, it hurts. So I don't feel sorry for him. And I certainly don't expect anybody else to feel sorry for him. And yeah, like Jimmy John just said, look, this esports is taking over. And you know what? Consumers are taking over, man. We can watch what we want. We can do what we want. I don't think esports will ever replace real sports, Jimmy, but I could see people migrating away from it or finding other means of entertainment. We've lived without sports for 2 months, and are you jonesing for it? Yeah. But every month that goes by without sports, it gets a little bit easier. I'm not saying it goes away. I'm not saying you don't want sports, but tell the truth. Every month that goes by, you learn how to pass the time differently. You figure out something to do, whether you hop online and play video games, whether you watch somebody play video games, whether you watch a show, whether you consume a podcast, whatever it is, the more time that goes by without sports, the more we're all going to figure out. I mean, if it's there, great. But if it's not, I don't give a shit. So they better figure it out and get their shit together. Real quick, I want to take a second and let you guys know that I am partnering up with BioPledge and Southwest Infinity. Now, you might remember BioPledge. They had done this before. They're back at it, doing it again, and now they're at Southwest Infinity. But in an effort to keep first responders and healthcare professionals protected during the coronavirus, this COVID-19 outbreak, BioPledge is actually offering free treatment to any first responder or healthcare professional. And they're going to be doing it at Southwest Infinity from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow. I'm going to be there from 9 to 10:30. I'm super excited to be there. I'm honored of what they're doing by giving free treatments to healthcare professionals and first responders for their vehicles. It's just like, they're just like, hey, look, bring your car in. We're going to make sure that you're protected as a way of saying thank you. Shout out to BioPledge. Shout out to Southwest Infinity because it's amazing. They're doing it from 9 to 3. I saw it on the news last time they did it. They're doing it again. Like I said, I'm going to be there from 9 to 10:30 at Southwest Infinity. If you are a first responder or a healthcare provider, come by, get your car cleaned and disinfected absolutely free, and say hi. And I'll be happy to not take a picture, but we can elbow bump. If you don't know what BioPledge is, just real quick, it's an antimicrobial or a disinfectant. It kills 99.99% of viruses, fungus, and bacteria on contact. And the coolest part of it is once they spray these first responders' vehicles, once they spray the healthcare professionals' vehicles, it can last and protect from up to 30 to 120 days beyond the initial treatment. Such a badass deal. It's amazing. Thank you, BioPledge. Thank you, Southwest Infinity, for taking care of our first responders and our healthcare professionals. From a guy whose wife is a healthcare professional to you, BioPledge and Southwest Infinity, thank you, and I'm excited about being there. Dustin Stuckey, thank you for the super chat, my friend, and thank you for helping set that up, man. I'm super excited to be doing this, and I'm glad to be out there. Eric Resendez, my buddy, thank you for the super chat. Twitch.tv/barryisfunny, May 28th, 10 p.m. Bro, You realize you just published your own ass whooping. You do realize that, right? Like, you literally just told everyone, come watch this ass whooping. It's going to be on Barry's Twitch channel. And yes, it is. So, twitch.tv/barryisfunny. Okay. Sorry, I'm not supposed to clap. My wife yelled at me for clapping. What up, Jorge? Better late than never, buddy. You're a damn dirty deckhead yourself. Okay, I got videos. Where to go? So many videos. Well, I feel like that was very sporty, but that kind of went fast as well. Let's start with some of these TikTok videos that my wife sent me because they're short, but they are freaking hilarious. Some of them, they need no explanation, but, you know, we'll do our best. And some of them are like just holy shit moments. So let's just start with this one. This might be... Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's letting their dog shit in the middle of the road? Who's a bad boy? Yo, somebody let their dog shit in the road. And my favorite thing, that dog is gangster because he's not just on one side. He's not just on one half of the road. He is right. Not only is he in the road, he's in the middle of the road. And he's also at a part where there's a turn. So it's not just two-way traffic now. We're dealing with traffic from both sides. People coming onto the road and driving on the road. This dog said, hey, all y'all can eat my dog shit because I'm doing it right here. Now, there's grass everywhere. I don't understand what's going on, but shout out to that good boy because he's gangster. But I thought that was pretty funny. I just like to watch him look around. This is the weird part. That's funny, Clarence. When you got to go, you got to go. Go to the grass. Look, like literally, if you look up and to the right, there's grass right there, Clarence. Why would you just not shit in the grass that's 10 feet away? This dog said, fuck all y'all. I am shitting in this road. Now, here's the cool part. Watch his little head as he's shitting. Didn't even look at the car until the end, right there. But he wasn't even going to make eye contact. Like, man, look, when I'm pooping, I don't want nobody looking at me. Of course, I don't poop in the middle of the road unless I'm drunk. But this dog gives zero shits. That dog's a good dog. That's a good boy. Okay. Next one is, let's see here. Oh, this is pretty fun. This is pretty fun. Now, let me stop this for a second because I don't know where this is. I think this is at a Walmart. This might be at a Sam's. But this is obviously, I like the boots, but this pirate chick is going to do it might be at an Office Depot. That's where it might be. Office Max, Office Depot, I don't know. But here we go. Here we go with a cool trick, I guess. Oh! Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yo! What? First of all, oh my God. First of all, she's out. She's absolutely out. I hope she's out. I would fake it. If that was my dumb ass, I would totally fake being knocked out. Now, the cool part, besides being dressed like a pirate, look at the air she... Now, oh God, it's making my head hurt just looking at it. She got a decent amount of air based on how far she actually needed to leap. She didn't need to be this high off the ground. Like, you could have just dove, like, she went more up. She needed to go more out. Like, this is more of a horizontal dive. She did a vertical first, and I guess was going to convert it into a horizontal. She poor judgment right here. And And the sheer sound of it, and the video's not synced perfectly, but God bless the sound. Also, notice how quick it dropped her. Look at this. So she, pow, neck snaps back. Now it's crash test dummy mode. And then just buckles. Look at that. Oh, now we just got hair and boots all over the damn place. All over the place. Just hair and boots and shame everywhere. And down in a heap she goes. She does manage to hold herself up. So I don't think she really is out, but I totally would fake being out right there. Good God. Clean up on aisle 10. That's outstanding, Total Dallas. Very funny stuff, man. Okay. The next one. All right. This shit was crazy here. This one is a lot different. This is a different kind of video. Look at this shit. Yo! What? Okay. Holy shit. Now, this, Clarence, that's disgusting. She does not have a nice ass. Look at this. So you've got it, not one, not two. I think there's at least 3 rednecks. I shouldn't say rednecks. We don't know if they're fishing. They're rednecks. We've got 3 folks on this boat because I'm going to assume no one is holding this camera. But you've got 3 people on this boat. Now, tell me what sticks out to you. So you've got 3 guys and they're like, "Hey." Okay, I don't know why you're screaming. No one can hear you on the boat. But they're waving at him. He stands up to get their attention. Doesn't work. Now, old boy is leaving his wife or girlfriend. He's like, "Bitch, you are on your own. I am out of here," because he's gone. Look, boom! Oh, he left his wife. He left it, didn't even get her and throw her over. Let me show you what he held on to. Did you notice? Old boy never dropped his fishing pole. He's like, hey, but he's still holding his fishing pole all the way into the water. All the way into the water. All the way. Never drops it. But he leaves his wife, who only gets out of the way because she tried to grab him and move him out of the way because she's protective of him, but he can't return the favor. But why would you not drop the fishing pole, bro? Is it that important that you hang on to it? And then, good Lord, that's just craziness. Look at it once it hits. Boom. That's nasty. Doesn't look like it damaged the big boat at all. But I just love the fact that he told his wife, look, she's got him by the shoulder. She's like, "Frank, let go of the goddamn pole and get out of the boat." He's like, "Move, bitch. I'm trying to get to safety." She's like, "Well, take me with you." Wow. That shit's crazy. Chris Householder, Fishing 101, don't drop your pole. Bullshit, bro. If you got this big ass boat coming 5,000 nautical miles an hour, I just made all that up. No idea what any of that means. I'm getting the hell out of the way. Okay, let's go to another. I have this huge freak out one, but I kind of want to save it maybe. But this next one, you probably need to turn, if you're on speakers at work, you probably need to turn them down because there's cursing in this one. Like, there's a lot of F words, not just an occasional, there's a lot. So if you have speakers or you're in a place, if you're showing this at a restaurant, what up, Chan? If you're showing this somewhere, maybe turn it down. A lot of F words. But this is some Australians on a boat that see a shark. And just listen to their reaction to the shark. Now, the beautiful thing about this video is there is a lot of cursing, but there is nothing that sounds better than when someone with an Australian or a British accent, or Scottish maybe, curse. Those 3 accents, when they say fuck, oh, Unbelievable. Even just the beginning of it. And then there's a big ass shark. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Wait, that was where the white people died. This is...
in the water.
Fuck.
What's this, Joe? Fuck.
You know what this reminds me of?
He's sitting there, what the hell?
Yeah, as long as...
Do you know what this reminds me of? Yeah, Irish, Scottish, English, and Australian. When they say fuck, it's just, it's so amazing. So amazing. It reminds me of one of the greatest videos of all time on the internet. And there are some really good ones. But the one, I don't know if you guys, some of you probably saw this, but there was a guy in, I don't know, England maybe, or the UK that got arrested. He used to dine and dash. He was a notorious dine and dasher. He would eat and then he would leave without paying, and they caught him and they were arresting him. And the entire arrest was caught on film as they're putting it into, putting him into the car. And this is what it sounded like. This is one of my all-time, I mean, this goes up there for me. This goes up where it was sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope. That's how wonderful this video is. Some of you have probably seen this already, but for those of you that haven't, but this is my point about how beautiful it sounds when people with an accent curse.
Just a moment, you just assured me that I could speak.
Sit down inside the car. We're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what?
Come on.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Get some cups.
Why did you do this to me?
Hop in the car. Get some cups.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? Now, get your hands off me.
No, we've only got one cup.
Ta-ta and farewell.
So I guess getting in the car.
Yo!
One cup, look. David.
Oh my God. That's literally one of the best videos of all time. And he doesn't even curse, but just the way he says penis. Are you ready to receive my limp penis? When he was like, gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest.
We're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what?
Oh, so good.
This is Democracy Manifest.
See, even being able to roll your R's like that is impressive. I can't do that. Democracy. I can't. I sound like a fucking idiot trying to do that. This dude, my favorite part of this whole thing is not even the "get your hands off my penis," which sounds so sophisticated in the middle of getting arrested. It's when he compliments the, yes, I see you know your judo well.
Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Yes. I see that you know your judo well.
It's literally, he's the nicest criminal on the face of the earth. Yes, I see you know your judo well. Holy shit, that's so great. Okay, guys, it's 2:56. That's all the videos I have. It's time to go to break and bring back my guest for hour number 2. Not bring back, but bring in my guest for hour number 2. Juggalo Trey is about to join me in the house. I know you guys have all been waiting for this. So we're going to go to a break. It's a 5-minute break. Do not go anywhere. And then when we get back, we'll have Jugs and we'll have a good time. I promise you that. Jugs has a new dog he wants to introduce to the peeps and more. So 5-minute break. I'm going to get Jugs on the Skype machine and we'll be back. Stick around. Hang tight. Don't go anywhere. This is Barry on Deck. We'll be back.
Can't we all just get along?
At the Red House Furniture.
We can.
At the Red House.
I'm Richard, aka Big Head. I work at the Red House and I'm black.
At the Red
I like pumping iron and pumping furniture into people's homes.
I'm Johnny, aka 10 Gauge. I work at the Red House and I'm white. I like deer hunting, bass fishing, and extending credit to all people.
At the Red House.
I'm black and I love the Red House.
I'm white and I love the Red House.
I'm a black woman and I love the Red House.
I am white and the Red House is for me.
At the Red House.
Look at the sofa. It's perfect for a black person or a white person.
This mattress is perfect for a white person or a black person.
At the Red House, where black people and white people buy furniture.
And Hispanic people too.
And all people.
Good job.
One of my friends, he's a really cool kid. He's younger. He's like our 9th guy off the bench, right? And again, I'm not the best player anymore on like one of these competitive teams that I play on in really good leagues. I'm a role player. I'm your Shane Battier, play defense, shoot a couple of threes, maybe drive. That's it, pass a lot. But this kid, he drew a foul in the closing moments of a game, right? I think it was like a 5-point game.
So y'all play with referees? It's that competitive?
Yeah, it's like a rec league. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Rec league
Okay.
game.
Okay.
So we're in a double bonus situation. He gets fouled. The ref doesn't see who it was. There's all brown dudes, so we all look alike. So, so instead of him going to the free throw line, because I didn't trust him to make those free throws, I walked up to the free throw line and I was like, "Hey, I got it."
And he's like, "The f***, dude?"
And he's like, "What just happened? What are you doing?" And I was like, "Hey, Imran, I got it, buddy. You go ahead. We know you're not gonna hit these free throws. I got them."
You are an asshole. Let me be the first to tell you, I am taking away the title of the nicest person I know. What a
You can't judge me on the court because
Oh,
you don't win, Barry.
No, I'm totally fucking judging you, real Jordan.
Can you hear me?
Here's the cherry on top.
What
Here's
the
cherry on
Can you see
Bro,
me?
that dude paid his money just like you did, and you stole
Okay,
his
hold on, let
fucking
me-
glory. You stole his moment
somewhere else.
because you're an asshole. I
Wait.
cannot believe you.
Wait,
How about
here's
now?
the best
How's
part.
now?
So I walk up to the free throw line.
Please tell me you missed.
All right, my
I
dog
missed
is about to
both of
jump in. Here he is. Ow! Get off of me.
Yes.
That's this is Kyler. Okay. All right, hang on one second. Kyler, get off of me. Kyler's jumping on me.
What's up? Welcome back. Hour number 2. This is Barry on Deck. I am Barry Laminack. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys as always. Because it's hour number 2, you guys know the deal. I have a guest every hour, every second hour of Barry on Deck, and today is no different. And my guest joining me is none other than Juggalo Trey. The man, the myth, the legend is in the house. Jugs, what's up, homie?
Not a whole lot. I just been trying to avoid the apocalypse for the most part. But I got a new dog. His name's Kyler. He hasn't killed my cat yet, so everything's going well.
Oh, good. Now, what have you been doing since this whole pandemic thing started? What have you been doing to pass the time and stay busy? And we're gonna get into the dog. We're gonna get all in. I mean, we're not gonna get into the dog, but we're gonna discuss the dog. What have you been doing to pass the time, homie?
I've been walking a lot. I've been applying to some places, but overall, it's just mainly just been walking and applying to places and reading about history and stuff, like
what kind of history?
World War II and other, I don't know, watching a lot of true crime documentaries.
Why the history thing?
I don't know. It's always been what I've been interested in. I especially like all the world wars. I think those are pretty cool.
You think world wars are cool?
Well, it's cool to know what happened and stuff, and all the Easter eggs about the war and all the stuff that nobody really knows about. So that's pretty much what I've been doing.
I can think of a lot of things, a lot of adjectives to describe a world war. I probably wouldn't use cool.
Yeah, probably not the best choice of words now that I think about it. But overall, it's been fruitful.
Yeah.
It's been a good break. As some of y'all may know, I'm returning in June to produce Moneyline.
Yeah, that's badass, dude.
Yeah, I'll be producing Moneyline, and that'll be kind of where I start. But after that, I'm just hoping that when this whole apocalypse ends, we can kind of go back to where we were. But I definitely am happy to be here on deck with Barry and the deck heads. Or
Appreciate
the deck
you,
hands.
Buddy. No, not the deck hands. The deck heads. Okay, so you said you've been walking a lot. So you've been committing to exercising?
Yeah, I try to walk at least a good 4 to 6 miles every day. I'm not walking that fast. Sometimes I'm running. Sometimes I'm just kind of walking. But yeah, I've been trying to do that every day, and I'm down 10 pounds.
Oh, shit. Congratulations, Trey.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
That's badass.
It's been really nice. I just kind of put my beats in and just kind of walk and listen to all my favorite albums.
Which
on
is
Spotify.
what do you got? What's in your normal walking rotation? What's the one song where you're like, hell yes, I'm about to walk the shit out of these feet?
I really like Godflesh and their acclaimed 1989 album Street Cleaner. I also really enjoy Megadeth. And, just band Guar. Guar's really good.
Good walking music. Okay. Soothing. Very soothing.
Yeah. Also the Deftones and just albums like that make me want to walk away from the music.
Is that what you're doing? You're walking away from the music, but it's in your ears.
I know, but it motivates me to get away from the sounds when I'm listening to Guar, so I'll walk faster because I think that if I walk faster, the music will go away.
Have you ever been to a Guar concert?
No, and I don't plan on going.
Why? Are you scared?
Fancy getting killed. Yeah.
Do they?
I don't want to get. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, is that a thing?
Well, it's pretty. I don't know how violent it is, but I know they have pig intestines and horse hearts that they throw out into the crowd.
What?
And and I heard that somebody there had a seizure and the crowd didn't help him when he was having a seizure. So I don't think I want to go to a Guar concert.
No,
but I could be wrong.
No, that doesn't sound fun at all. That doesn't sound. There's a lot of concerts I would want to go to, but one where they throw animal intestines on you and then let people die is pretty low on my list.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen at the Oak Ridge Boys concert, so I'll go to that.
You're not gonna get that at Train. Train, you're not gonna get showered with pig intestines.
No, that's definitely not. You don't have to worry about getting caught up in a pig intestine ravaged mosh pit at Train. That's not a thing.
Yeah, I'd imagine there's a lot of good prospects for divorced women at train concerts, though, that are trying to find meaning in their life, and good place to scout.
Oh my God. That is so funny. So the walking is good. You're studying history. That's good.
Yeah.
You said you've been prospecting. What is that, like, for women or?
Well, of course. Who isn't? Obviously not everybody.
Well, you got this new sexy body. You might as well show it off and bang it out with some chicks, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. But it's been pretty dry. I've been talking to a few people, but they don't usually talk to me all the time. I think I'm going to Star Pizza again here soon with one of my friends.
You said again you worked at Star Pizza at one point?
No, I went to Star Pizza one day with one of the interns at the station when I was an intern.
Uh-huh.
That was pretty cool. But
so you just went. You didn't apply for a job. Are you thinking about applying for a job there? Is that what you're saying, or you're just hanging out at Star Pizza?
I'm just going to hang out at Star Pizza and get some Zaz and eat some pepperoni pizza with said woman that I was speaking of.
Oh.
Yeah, I think her name's Jennifer.
You think?
No, that's her name. I just kind of say I think sometimes just to break the awkward silence.
Is that what it is? You don't think it makes it more awkward to say you think the name of a chick you're dating or going to date or going on a date
I don't know
with?
if we're going on a date, but I asked, I was like, hey, do you want to go to Star Pizza one day? And she was like, sure, that sounds fun. So I guess that's where we're going, to Star Pizza at some point. You know where Star Pizza is? Over by
Washington?
Cactus?
Is it off Washington? Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Star Pizza.
Oh, they've gotten plenty of run, thanks to you, Trey. Is Jennifer in chat, Barry? I don't know. Did you notice, is Jennifer in the chat, Trey? You were in there earlier. I know we have a Jennifer that listens. I don't know if it's the same Jennifer.
I think it's a different Jennifer.
Is the Jennifer you're taking to Star Pizza African American?
Yes, that is, but that doesn't matter,
Well, there's only one black Jennifer in the world, Trey, so this has to be it.
Yeah, there's no other one.
Oh, look, Jennifer Pereira, I can't say her last name. She said, nope, it's not me, y'all. So it's not Jennifer Pereira. I can't say the damn name. Pereira?
I don't think it's that.
Pereira. I'm sorry, Jennifer. I butchered the shit out of that. That's my apology. AR Platinum with the super chat. Thank you, homie. Trey needs to jog with some original Swisher House. How come you don't listen to hip hop when you run? That's a good question, AR Platinum. Thank you. And thank you for the super chat.
I listen to some UGK or some ESG or the screwed up click, the SUC click.
Yes. You got, yes. By the way, the African American Jennifer in the chat said, nope, not me.
Yep.
Jennifer Jones, she said, no, it's not her.
I can confirm that it's not her.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Yeah. But this Jennifer went to tech. So.
Oh, wrap it up.
Yeah. I get what you did there because of the Red River rash.
Red River? Red Raider.
Red Raider rash. Yeah, same difference.
No, but, one of them is a river, and the other one is a venereal disease with a bunch of college kids. Completely different. Not even the same thing. Not close, but doesn't matter. So you said you were prospecting. I'm assuming that was women and not jobs, or was it both?
Oh, both. Yeah. I've been applying to some jobs. I applied to be a delivery man for Papa John's, and they got back to me, but then they stopped. They kind of cut me off. So I guess they found a driver. I said I could show up at your location around 1 to 2, and then they never responded. So
really?
I just kind of figured, whatever. I'll just apply to another delivery job.
Why? What makes you want to deliver stuff? You just like to drive, right?
Yeah, I really like driving, and that's my favorite. I can just like drive and listen to Joe Rogan on Spotify, and
nice callback.
And I can watch Barry on deck from 2 to 4 while I'm delivering pizzas.
You're such a professional, Trey. Like I really.
I just figured it would be easier to do that than like work at like some hardware store or some other.
What's your dream job? What's your dream job?
Well, my dream job, I'd really love to be the play-by-play announcer for the Motor Racing Network on NASCAR one day. But But I don't know. My other dream job is to work at a gas station. I think we've gone over this before.
We have gone over this before. We won't go into, because look, Brandon Martinez literally just said in the chat before you said that. If you haven't seen Barry and Trey's live chat, check it out. It's one of the best live chats he's done. What I'll do is I'll put the link to our other chat that we did in the description of the show today, so you guys will have an easy way to go check that out. Oh, look, your face lit up. Are you checking your phone?
Now, I just saw the comments, and one guy said to be Barry's producer. Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be cool.
This would be.
I don't know.
This is a show you can't produce remotely. Like, you and I would have to be in the same room. That's the only problem. Like, people were talking about Jong should be a producer. You should be my producer. There's other folks that are like, hey, if you need help, let me know. And trust me, I need a producer so bad because there's so much shit that goes on trying to get all the screens and the. But. We have to be in the same room for this, I think.
Yeah. And how many screens do you have? 3?
No, I have 2, but one of them is a TV. So I have a 32-inch TV behind me right here. And then I have my laptop right here, and I have all of the production windows around the laptop. I'll take a picture of it one day. And but yeah, it's it's here. I'm gonna do it right now. I'll take a picture. I'll post this if I can. But your
room looks thermal. It looks kind of thermal.
Does
around
it?
Your, yeah.
It looks thermal? It's not thermal. It's just I bought some LED lights because I'm fancy, Trey.
Right. That's good.
Yeah, I saw this. I saw people on YouTube doing that, so I was like, oh, I probably need to do that too. Now, tell me about this dog. I'm going to send this picture to myself so I can upload it real fast, see what happens when you don't have a producer. But I want to know, what's up with this dog? You found the dog? Yeah, what's up with the dog?
Here, I'll show you the dog. He's lying on the floor right now. Here's Kyler.
He's sitting on the goddamn corner doing dope, isn't he? Let me see him.
No, hold on.
I just see his balls, Kyler. Trey. All I saw was his balls.
Sorry, sorry, YouTube. There's Kyler. Here he is.
We can't see anything. We just see your carpet. Like, literally. We didn't see. Can you?
Kyler, come here. Kyler.
Who's a good boy, Kyler?
Kyler, he's sleeping. Y'all want to see my cat?
Yes, I would love to. Okay. Wait a minute. Is this a real? Is it? Oh, who's a good boy? Can you see him? I don't see anything, Trey. This is the. There he goes. What's up, Kyler? Yeah, buddy, what's up? Who's a good boy?
He's my new dog. I found him on the streets, and he followed me, and he wouldn't stop following me.
Okay.
And I just kind of said, you know what? I'm gonna keep this dog, and he hasn't killed my cat yet, so it's all been good.
Is he a mean dog?
Oh no, he's one of the most. He's one of the nicest dogs I've ever met.
Really?
Yeah, he's a sweetheart. He wouldn't hurt anybody.
What kind of dog is he?
I think he's a mix of like Basset Hound and something else.
That's very appropriate, Trey, for the part of the state you live in. You basically got you a Dukes of Hazzard dog, didn't you?
He is kind of like a Dukes of Hazzard dog, but that's not. That has nothing to do with the dog. He's a good dog. He loves all breeds of dogs.
He's not a racist dog?
Oh,
Does he have any? Are some of his best dog friends black?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's got a friend that's a cat. And
okay.
So it's all good.
Okay.
He's a good dog.
You named him Kyler, or did he have a collar on that had his name on it? I'm assuming the collar, and not like it didn't have like it was just like on a redneck's belt. It was just on the collar itself, right?
That's what his name is. Yeah, I named him Kyler.
After Kyler Murray.
After Kyler Murray, kinda, yeah, but I've also really liked the name. I was watching Arizona Cardinals highlights for some reason, and when I found him, I was like, you know what? He looks like a Kyler to me.
Okay. No, fair enough. I figured maybe that was like a NASCAR driver I didn't know about that you, Kyler.
I don't think there's any Kylers in NASCAR. I'm surprised that there isn't, but I don't think there's any Kylers.
So how long have you had the dog?
A day.
A day? I did see a tweet
a
where you were like, can somebody tell me how to stop making this dog follow me around? Did he just like adopt you basically?
Yeah.
I feel like the dog rescued you, Trey.
Yeah, he kind of did. And last night I gave him some food, and because I live on 6 acres, and I kind of let him roam around the acreage, and I woke up this morning and he was still here. He was still waiting outside for me. So I was like, you know what? He'd be fine here.
Okay.
I'll bring him inside and see how he gets along with the cat. And they had a little bit of a conflict at first. The cat hissed at him, but ever since then, it's been no problem.
Well, good. What's your cat's name?
His name's Ferris. He's over here on the table. You all want to see him?
Yeah, let me see your pussy cat.
Hey, Ferris.
Nice house, Trey. Oh, wait, where is it? Is that on your kitchen table?
Yeah, he's on the table.
That's disgusting.
He just kind of goes where he wants to go.
Hey, Ferris, what's up, homie? Is he cross-eyed, Trey? I think you have a cross-eyed.
Yeah, he's definitely cross-eyed. He was kind of getting PTSD from the cameras. He was ready to.
Bro, he was like, how does he see anything? He's just like, what is that? I don't know. What is in my face? There's an object that's lit up in my face.
He sees all right. He goes outside every now and again, but he sees good. I think he can see colors, but I don't know if cats are cats colorblind.
I don't know. I don't think they see color. You know, they're just like, whatever. We're all equal. We're all animals.
Good for the cats, you know.
Okay, look, I have this picture. I'm going to throw it up. You won't be able to see this, Trey, but the people can see it. Do you have the YouTubes in front of you?
Yeah.
Well then it'll take a second. You should be able to see this, but this is what my screen looks like as I do this show. So you'll see that I have my laptop, which is the main camera, and then behind that is an actual 32-inch TV. I've got a light up there, and then around that is the different production windows. So I have the chat on the right, I have files on the right at the bottom. It's crazy. And then all the stuff on the left is different scenes and overlays. Like if I want to turn this picture off, I got to go to the left and click on this, and it makes the picture go away. So all that is going on. That's why I say you would have to, I think, be here in order to do this whole production thing because of the video. Now, Brandon had something. He said 6 acres. Wow, yeah, who's fancy? Everybody made fun of me on The Usual Suspects for 1.2 acres. Where'd you get the 6 acres from, Trey?
Well, this is like a family property. Everybody lives here pretty much. The whole Campbell clan kind of sticks together.
Now, you say it's a compound is what it is.
Yeah, essentially. There's 2 trailers over there.
What? I'm surprised.
This is a trailer, and then the other trailer's over there, and then my cousin's trailer is over there.
You're in a trailer right now?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a really nice place. It doesn't look like a trailer at all.
No, it's a great house. It might be up for rent here soon in the next year or so. But
big plans? Where are you going?
Just to the next trailer. Over there. Just to the other trailer.
Just that way? About 200 feet?
I'm going about 100 yards that way. I'm going real far.
That's outstanding. And now you're going to sell it to a stranger to live on the Campbell compound?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be the Campbell compound anymore.
Oh, yeah, they'll be invaded. Make sure they're not undercover, bro. They might be government. They might be feds.
Yeah, I sure hope not.
No.
I really don't like the government coming in and living on my property, That's a violation of the 4th Amendment.
Is it? What's the 4th Amendment?
Oh, wait, no, the 5th. No, the 2nd Amendment. Oh, wait, no, hold on. The 3rd Amendment. Where you can't draw and quarter, or you can't, quarter soldiers and homes and stuff? Is that the 3rd Amendment or which amendment is that?
I don't know.
Chat?
threw it to the chat. I love that you were like, "Hey, chat, what is it? Let's see. The amendment 10. Did you say 10?
I think it's the second or the third amendment. The second amendment's the right to like own guns and stuff. I know
Right.
that because I've heard it a million times in this house.
Look at Trey, constitutional expert. No, we don't. I don't know any of them. I don't even know how many amendments there are. How many amendments are there, Trey?
I think there's 24, or no,
Is
25, or 26. I'm just saying numbers.
Like earlier, it's the third, it's the fifth, it's the bro. I don't even. Oh, there's 27.
Yeah, 20. They're trying to get the 28th Amendment. I don't know what the 28th Amendment is, but it's something to do with the president, and it's all so confusing. I think there's one amendment that says, like, the only reason this amendment is in place is for all the other amendments that aren't amendments that go against the Constitution.
Wow.
I think those are called enumerated rights or something. I don't know.
Bro, you should be a professor. You should really teach amendments. And
Yeah.
You should just have a class on amendments. Like, that's the whole semester is just amendments and the numbers, and you would roundabout discuss the amendments. Be like, there's no test. It's just, hey,
Yeah.
There's some amendments. There's the right to dip skull. I think that's
Yeah.
the 32nd Amendment.
There's the 22nd Amendment, the right to go to a restaurant without having to wear a face mask. There's the 15th Amendment that gives you the right to go to a restaurant just in general because we live in a free country.
That's not true. Okay, I've Googled it for you, Trey. Well, for us,
Okay.
because I'm a dumbass and I don't know any. I know the 1 and 2. Amendment number 3. No soldier shall, in time of peace, be quarantined or quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. So it's number 3. It's number 3, Professor Trey.
I had a feeling it was it was on the Mount Rushmore of amendments. You have the first 4. That's the Mount Rushmore of amendments.
Really? Is that really one of the 4 best amendments, though? Just because it was one of the 4 first, one of the first 4, doesn't mean it's on the Mount Rushmore of amendments.
I thought that those were the first 4 presidents.
No, those were the best, not the first, the best.
Well, then why is FDR not on there?
I think it was already done by then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense now that I think about it.
I don't even know if that's true or not. I have no idea. I feel like there's some other amendments that are like the ones that get rid of slavery and let women vote. Those would probably be higher up on the list of Mount Rushmore potential amendments than the one about quartering soldiers in a house.
Yeah, I think that one's kind of a given.
Yeah.
You shouldn't quarter soldiers in a house.
I get you.
But yeah, I don't know. That's what I've been doing, just looking at amendments for the most part, and World War II history, and walking.
Are you excited NASCAR's back, homie?
Yes.
How many times did you jerk off during the NASCAR race?
I did not masturbate during the NASCAR race. I didn't even think about it. That was not a thought that crossed my mind. It wasn't a good enough race to do that to. But overall, it was good to have the racing back. There's actually going to be a race on tonight for the first time in history. Well, no, that's wrong. The second time in history that they're going to race on a Wednesday. So I'm looking forward to it, but it's looking like it might get rained out. So
what was the first race? It was Darlington?
Yeah, Darlington, and they're racing Darlington again tonight. They're trying to make up all the missed races by running on Wednesdays, and
they were doing them all at the same spot, right?
Yeah, for now until next week, and then they're going to Charlotte for the Coke 600. They're doing all the tracks that are within driving distance of their shops, so they don't have to stay at the tracks very long.
What was the most exciting thing for you having? Because you're for those that don't know, you're a huge NASCAR fan. What was the most exciting thing for you?
Well, the best thing was just getting to see how everything went down, just seeing how, they prepared and what they had to do. It was really interesting because this is going to be a blueprint for every other sport in America to come back. And it's crazy to think that, but every other sport was watching. That was probably the most exciting thing, and all the prospects of new fans coming aboard. It was really good to see, especially the engagement on Twitter was really good to see.
It was a big deal for the sport to have that many eyes on the sport because there's nothing else going on.
Yeah.
Do you think this leads to more fans? Because I don't know, even if I watched the race, that I would be into it.
Yeah, it might.
Like soccer, right? Like, if you're not into soccer and you watch soccer, you might be like, okay, it filled the time, but it's not going to make me a soccer fan necessarily.
Yeah, and that's a good point. I think Ariel Harwani, the UFC guy, had a really good point on this too, and they were the only thing going on. He said that this isn't going to make people... He doesn't think that theory really kind of holds true because people aren't going to just keep watching, and especially, I don't know. It's either way, I'm just glad that people watched, and overall, I don't know if people will stick around, but if one or two stick around or a certain amount of people stick around and watch, that's a big shot in the arm for the sport.
Well, it can't hurt, right? I mean,
No.
it's like anything. If you get an influx of people to put eyes on something, a certain amount of them aren't going to like it, but maybe you grow by 1% or whatever. So it could be big for NASCAR. Having it back, what was your favorite and least favorite thing? Was it the fact that there was no crowd? Did that make it difficult that there was no crowd?
Really and truly, at the beginning, you kind of noticed it, but once the race got on and everything went back to normal, nobody could even tell until the race was over. When Kevin Harvick won and got out of his car to do the interview at the finish line, and there was nobody there, that was kind of weird. But overall, the whole race itself was pretty normal.
Was it?
Yeah, and then when he won, the crew usually jumps off the wall and like high fives everybody and hugs. But they all jumped off the wall and they didn't touch each other. That was pretty funny.
Okay.
And then Kevin Harvick went to victory lane with one person there. Usually when they go to victory lane, the whole crew's there spraying beer on him and everything. And it was just him in victory lane with a face mask on. That was pretty funny. But overall, it was fairly normal considering the fact that there's a pandemic going on. It was fairly normal.
Now, do you think that they're back for good, or is this just a trial run? Is this just a test lap?
They're back. They've made it clear they're running every race from here on out. Even if they don't run with fans, they're fine. They're gonna do it. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they're really optimistic that people are gonna get to go back. I know in Indianapolis, they're planning on opening the Indianapolis Raceway in July to fans, which we'll see how that works. But
are we still going to get the 500? Because I know that occurs Memorial Day weekend, right?
Yeah, this weekend, and I think that or next weekend. But I think that they're going to run that in August, and they're going to still have the whole month, but it's going to be in August. They usually have a whole month to where they prepare for the 500, but now it's going to be in August.
Gotcha. Trey, Walter had a question for you. Walt Walker, it said, Trey, how do you feel about iRacing? Would you want to do it?
Yeah, it would be fun. It's very expensive, but overall, it's extremely expensive, and you got to devote a lot of time to it. I know that a lot of the drivers, when they were doing that, some of their rigs cost like upwards of $40,000, which was ridiculous. But you could probably, I don't know. It's just, you know how NASCAR drivers are. They want to do everything and be really, really out about it.
Yeah,
but
they are out.
Well, sort of. No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. But overall,
can you just have like a wheel and a couple of pedals? I mean, you don't even really need to. I'm sure you do have to shift gears, but dude, I had a rig like that like 15 years ago, more than that, where you could put racing on the computer and you had a wheel and all that shit. It was like driving a car. You would like screw the wheel to your desk, and you just whatever.
You could probably do that. I know Timmy Hill was doing that, and he was actually really good. So it's affordable. but it's just I don't know if I have the time to devote to it. And plus, it costs like $40 a month, and I don't
to do the iRacing.
Yeah, I can't just shell out $40 a month, and you got to go through all these, like, you got to jump through a lot of hoops to get to race with all these guys. Yeah, it's real political.
iRacing, I've heard that. Yeah,
you got to have like a certain rating. It's pretty stupid if you ask me. It's
like
not
a driver rating.
Video game. Yeah, you got to have a driver rating to race with all those guys. It doesn't make much sense to me.
Do you think you would be? Now I know you're into racing. You think you'd be a good racer? Do you think, or do you just?
No.
Because that's like me saying, do I think I would be good at football? No, I don't think I would be good. I'm into football, but I don't think I'd be good at it.
Yeah, I would be terrible at it. I tried. At the NASCAR Hall of Fame, they have like a big car, and you can get into it and drive like the iRacing simulator in the car. And I tried, and I couldn't go half a lap without crashing. I was terrible at it. I could never do that.
I remember a long time ago when you were running errands for, you had to go pick something up for AJ Hoffman on the Blitz, and you got lost. I feel like that. Well, what are you doing, Trey? I'm having a seizure right now. We're live on the air.
I'm just plugging in my laptop.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Yeah, here we go. Is this good? Is this a good angle?
Up a little. There you go. I want to see that beautiful face.
All right.
Okay, cool. You got to stop moving. This looks like the Blair Witch on deck. This is
okay. No more moving for me. I got it plugged in. It's all good. What were you saying?
I was saying I don't think you would make a good NASCAR driver because you get lost all the time. That's the problem. You couldn't be an iRacer. You asked, like when you had to run and pick up AJ from the tire stop place, you got lost. When you had to run and go get food for me one day on the show, you got lost. It was 2 hours into a 3-hour show. Then you show up with a Subway sandwich.
That was. Now I think what happened that day was
you got lost.
I did get lost, but I went to the wrong Shipley's Donuts. I didn't go to the one across the street. I went to the one all the way on, what was it? You know that road that goes really, like Westheimer?
Yeah.
I went to the one on Westheimer, and I didn't go to the one that was close.
Yeah.
I forgot about it, and it took me like an hour to get back. And Nick was worried that I was going to steal his credit card. Which I would never do that to Nick, but that was funny.
Well, that would be the problem. You would show up at the wrong track. Everybody would be like, we're at Darlington, and you would be at Dallas.
Yeah, I'd be at
Texas Motors. Yeah, you'd screw it up.
You wouldn't have to worry about me getting lost on the racetrack, though, at least.
Would you scream in your car like that one time Joel and I saw you pulling into the parking lot at Gal Media? You had both hands on the wheels, and you were literally screaming at the top of your lungs.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
What were you doing exactly?
Well, there was a song by Modest Mouse called Shit Luck, and at the end, Isaac Bruce is screaming really loud.
Uh-huh.
So I was just kind of singing along with Isaac Bruce.
Okay.
And I didn't know
the wide receiver from the Rams?
No, not Isaac Bruce. Not Isaac. It's Isaac something. One of those Isaac dudes.
Okay.
But yeah, that was what I was doing. I was singing along with Isaac, the dude from Modest Mouse.
Gotcha. Trey, you're an interesting dude.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Terry McCowan says this angle is not flattering. So
where's Terry McCowan's not flattering Terry McCowan? Well, you know what? I think Trey looks wonderful, Terry. I think
Terry McCowan like a brother of Luke and the other McCowan guy?
Luke and Cade?
I think that's Cade McNown. Cade McNown.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I stand
How did
corrected.
you not know this?
I don't keep up with backup quarterbacks.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you saying?
All I know is Sage Rosenthal. That's it. That's the only...
I think it's Sage Rosenfels.
Wow, was that the joke, Trey? Okay.
Sorry. The Spurgs. You know, the Spurgs kind of get me sometimes. And
what's the Spurgs?
Well, it's like I'm on the spectrum, as y'all all couldn't tell, and sometimes it's hard for me to tell what's what.
Oh my God, my favorite thing, Trey, that you've ever done. I mean, you've done a lot of amazing things, but when you and I were recording a Monday Movie Moments with Trey, and you fucked up one of the lines. And I don't even remember what it was, but you blamed it on being dyslexic. And I was like, Trey, it's not that you didn't read it right. It's that you didn't pronounce it right. You were like, well, I'm dyslexic. And you basically told me that anytime you mess up and someone calls you out, you just tell them it's because you were dyslexic. No matter what it is, you're just like, I'm dyslexic.
Funny that you mentioned that. You've talked about AJ and when I went to the wrong tire store. When he got in the car, I was like, I'm sorry, man. I'm dyslexic. I read the wrong NTB address. And
did he believe
And he was
you?
like, no, he was like, save it for the air, Trey. Save it for the air. And he never really got mad about it, which was funny. Nobody got mad at him.
He was angry. I'm not gonna lie.
No, he wasn't. He didn't show it. But
he was a little upset because he thought he was gonna be late, and he was. But AJ's the kind of guy that everything has to be saved for. There's no talking in the breaks when you're with AJ or Fred. They like everything to be said, and I kind of like that too. But Jeremy Vinegar, who by the way is a chat moderator. Thank you, Jeremy. I didn't even shout out my chat moderators today, but thank you to Jeremy Vinegar and Luis Zalea, who are our chat moderators, doing a fantastic job. But Jeremy said the spelling bee was hilarious when we did that on Usual Suspects. Of all the things you did, not just on our show, but you did stuff on the Blitz, you did stuff on the Bit, like you did stuff for every show. What was your favorite moment to date on ESPN 97.5 Houston? What was your favorite thing you did on air?
I gotta say that.
And don't say anything for me just because you're on my show. I don't give a shit about that. I want your absolute all-time favorite.
Well, I'm gonna be straight with you.
Okay.
My favorite thing was actually the movie moments. I love going in there and recording with MC and you guys. And the spicy chip was also that was up at the top as well. As bad as it hurt, and as much as things didn't taste the same for a couple of days, I had a great time, and everybody seemed to like it.
Oh, it was amazing. Your comedic timing, and this is coming from a stand-up comedian and a guy who, tries to make people laugh on a date. But your comedic timing is outstanding, my friend.
Wow.
And I think people sleep on how calculatedly funny you really are.
Well, I just do what I can, The thing was about the when I had to drink the olive oil. If you go into a pantry and you kind of smell a pantry, you could taste the scent. And when I tasted the olive oil, it made me think I was in a pantry. So that's why I said it tasted like a pantry.
It was one of the best lines ever. Now, Lisa said that her favorite moment was the Christmas songs.
Oh yeah, that was funny. I was really awkward trying to record that, but MC was there. It was a great time. I didn't necessarily like how I sounded. They always wanted me to sing for some reason, and I didn't. They had the whole Philpott thing where they made him sing. They kind of transitioned that over to me. So.
Are you okay with being like a character? Because that's the beauty of a guy like you, as funny as you are. I told you this, and I've said to this on air and off air, but I was like, I love Trey, but Trey for me, you have to be consumed in doses. Now, that was then. This is now, and you're so much better. You handle being on air better. But at the time, it was like 10 to 15 minutes of you was enough, because then it was just like, okay, I can't handle this anymore.
I get it.
But now, I mean, that's why I wanted you on this show. That's why we did the live chats. Like, you're so much more polished and better and understand radio and the business and everything. But do you, because, if you ever remember, I don't know if you remember Stevens and Pruitt, which was a radio show back in the day. They had characters on there like the Boner and Locke Siebenhausen. And those guys really were the lifeblood of that show, because they were the funny part of the show. Stevens and Pruitt were funny, and they did, but everybody wanted more Locke. Everybody wanted more Boner.
Yeah.
And are you cool like that, or do you just want to be like, no, take me serious, put me on air. I want to be a regular.
I think there's some funny characters. That would be pretty funny. I think it'd be good to do impressions of athletes. Like what Lance does. Yeah. And call in, because overall they did that a lot on the ticket too, and that was kind of when I used to come home from my mom's when I lived in Dallas. That would always be on the radio, and that was kind of where I started. But I'd like to do that'd be fun. Do you do any impressions? Characters.
Do you have characters or impressions?
I could do an impression of Bernie Sanders.
Okay, hold on. I just real quick. I need to thank Josh Fernandez for his super chat, dude. Thank you, very much appreciated. Sorry, Jose Fernandez. It just says been waiting for this show. Everybody waits for Juggalo Trey, but thank you for the super chat, my friend. Very much appreciated, Jose. Okay, you have a Bernie Sanders impression.
Yes, I'm Bernie Sanders. It's not very good. It's still being workshopped. I'm still but
dude, give me a concession speech by Bernie Sanders.
Listen, as the Democratic Party, it's time to rally around Joe Biden. I don't like it as much as you do, but it's time, and we need to get rid of Donald Trump, and we need to move forward as a country in this time of a pandemic, and I don't know where I am. I'm Bernie Sanders. I drive an Audi R8.
Is that what he drives?
Redistribute the wealth.
First of all, at first I was like, this sucks. It's not a good Bernie. But the more you went, the more I liked it.
I tend to have that effect on people. They don't like me at first, but when they
no, not you. The impression. It was like, okay, it sounds like Juggalo Trey doing Bernie Sanders. But then you started going more, and I was like, oh shit, that sounds a lot like Bernie Sanders. Like it really did. And at one point, it was very good. It started off not good, and then it got very good, and then it kind of, it was in and out.
What's important is to always kind of know how they talk, even if you don't sound like them. If you pick up on all their mannerisms,
Well, there wasn't pointing. Doesn't he shake his finger a lot?
He's all like, oh, he's like an old man that's like yelling at skateboarders, but at this point, it wouldn't be skateboarders he'd be yelling at. It'd be yelling at the people who are yelling at the skateboarders.
So what would he be doing?
Yeah, that would be what Bernie Sanders does, because he wants to be cool amongst the youth.
Okay. Somebody asked that I just butcher the... Yeah, I don't know if this is Josh Fernandez or Jose Fernandez, Josue. I'm sorry. Put it in the chat where I can read it, bro. You know I'm dyslexic.
Yeah, he's dyslexic. Dyslexic spreads from person to person.
I need to be wearing a mask.
Yeah, why aren't you wearing a mask?
For the dyslexia. But nonetheless, I appreciate the super chat, my friend. I next time, take all like the pointy things off of the E's in the name, and I'll get it better. Josue, Josh, whichever one. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to read sometimes, especially in this font.
It's okay. What other impressions do you do? Do you have any others that you're working on?
I can do a John Granado impersonation or impression. I don't know if he's gonna like it.
No, but, this is why I'm here. I am this. This is why I'm here, Trey. The floor is yours. Let's hear.
Hey everybody, John Granado here. I've got to tell you about Uberito. $5 Chicken Mondays on Uberito. It's incredible. You won't believe how good the deals are at Uberito. I'm John Granado. Coors Light.
Okay. Now, if I'm
713 ESPN 97.5. Give us a call. 713-780 ESPN.
Yes, so say climb on, brother. Just do a climb on.
Climb on, brother.
Now, if I'm being honest, Trey, it wasn't good. It wasn't a good Granado.
Wow, thanks a lot. I'm never doing Granado. I'm never doing Granado again.
Because you know what it sounded like? It sounded like a bully that's making fun of another kid for trying to do a bad impression. Oh, look at me. I'm trying to do John Granado. I'm trying to make fun of John Granado. That's what it really...
I actually recorded one of his Uberito commercials one time, and they played it. Yeah, Raheel played it. I used to be able to do it really good, but the optics are kind of bad, and it's not good acoustics.
Right.
You know, we're not talking into a mic. We're talking into like
That's what it
headphone
was.
mic.
Yeah,
it was
that
the
might have been
acoustic.
why it didn't pop.
There's not enough padding around, you know, to block out the sound waves.
Right. Yeah, I need to get some of that stuff. I'm going to get some soundproofing for the room in here so the echo is eliminated. Now, when you were doing the Monday Movie Moments with Trey, one of your signatures was an angry black man. Where does that come from? Where does the angry black man in you come from? Because you could do when you did Training Day with Denzel and the King Kong ain't got nothing on me. I mean, I felt it in my bones. You were, well, I was looking at you, but I was seeing an angry black man. Where does that come from?
I don't know. I got really into character, and I just said the lines like I figured Denzel would say them, and that's just how it came out. I don't do that very often. I don't want to offend anybody, so I try to keep that locked away. I don't want to get canceled, you know?
No, I don't think anybody would get mad at you for recreating a scene where the guy happened to be an angry black man. I don't think that's not like the audio version of blackface or anything.
You can never be too careful. You know, they got a thing on Twitter called digital blackface, where if you use GIFs of African-American actors, it's digital blackface. Did you hear about this?
No. Is that a thing?
I think BuzzFeed did a video about it.
What?
Yeah, you didn't see that video where BuzzFeed said, people are using digital blackface and it's got to stop. And, like, you know, you got to be careful because you don't want BuzzFeed to go after you.
I never heard that in my life.
I'll link it to you.
Okay, link. That's wow. So I can't use. So when the one, Amos is laughing at the digital blackface, but you know the one where the guy gets the popcorn and it's the black dude and he leans back.
Michael Jackson, right?
No, not the Michael Jackson. That's the white guy. I'm talking about the black guy. That he gets a popcorn and he leans back in a recliner and he starts.
Yeah.
Is that if I use that, that's considered digital blackface according to BuzzFeed?
I think it's Teen Vogue made the article, but yep, I think you're that's grounds for cancellation, Barry.
Wait, you were on Teen Vogue?
That's what I said. The first thing that came up, it said we need to talk about digital blackface, and it's like.
Why were you reading Teen Vogue is really what I need to know, Trey.
Well, that's the first thing that came up when I Googled digital blackface.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not reading Teen Vogue. That's where the article is. I think that was who wrote it, not BuzzFeed.
No.
BuzzFeed would write something like that.
They absolutely would write something like that. When you and I were discussing getting the show going, you wanted to talk a little bit about MLB and their comeback. What are your thoughts on this? Are you ready? Do you think they're going to figure it out? I was talking in the first hour about how it seems like they're far away as far as figuring out money and pay. What say you on MLB coming back?
I think what they're going to do is they'll play, but in the next year there's going to be a work stoppage at some point. I think there's going to be another strike. That's what I'm hearing. But it's really kind of hard to feel sorry for these athletes that are like, I don't want to play. I don't want to play for less when they're making like 100,000% more than both of us combined.
That Granado was way better than the first Granado.
Thank you.
That was a way better Granado.
The Granado comes out when I'm not trying.
When you're an angry athlete. No, you're right though. I don't know about a work stoppage, but I could see where they're not going to play this season. And I don't know how I feel about a shortened season and different rules. And I don't know. I don't want to be a baseball purist, but I don't feel like doing like I've heard like John Wessling was on. He was like, just do a tournament, a round robin, and this. And Cody Stutes was like, I'm open to anything. And I'm not a baseball purist, but at the same time, I don't want it to sound like a softball beer league or some shit like that.
Yeah, me neither. Like honestly, I think. If they're gonna do it, at least have some sort of structure. If it be rather it be 80 games, 100 games, at least do to where you could play like full games and not a whole tournament, because that's not really fair to the teams that are good. You can't. And even if they won in that tournament and went to the World Series, and nobody's gonna look at that World Series the same, and that's not really fair to the players. So
it's always going to be an asterisk season no matter what. Wesling's point was just make it an exhibition. Just It's no one gets a World Series. It's just an exhibition season. So do it however you want. The purist in me says no, but at least if you're not going to give somebody a World Series, then have some fun with it.
Yeah, I'm with you either way. I think they should either have a season that what we're used to in the classic baseball form of some sort, or just don't have a season at all.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not going to play baseball right, then why play it?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Listen, I had this idea I want to do. We've got a couple of minutes left, and so I didn't want your battery to run out.
I'm on the charger now.
But this is going to require you to get up and walk.
Okay.
By the way, Bill from Beaumont said, keep doing what you do. Thank you, Bill. Lisa, I'm going to get in trouble. I remember we all thought you were a black man. That is a thing, Lisa. Here's what I want to do, Trey, before we go. You're at the house. You have, okay. I want to see what's in your refrigerator.
Okay.
Let's go see what's in Trey's. You know, it's like what's eating Eric Sandler on Culture Map. What's Trey eating is going to be.
You want a full house tour?
Let's start in the kitchen. I want to see what's in the fridge, and then we'll do a Barry on Deck Cribs version with Trey.
Okay, so here's the fridge. It's a Kenmore.
Okay.
As you can see, I got some vodka that I don't drink.
You're not a drinker, are you?
No, but here's the refrigerator.
Okay, you got to you got to turn it more to the right. There you go. Yes.
We got some Antonio's leftovers.
Okay.
We got some tomatoes, some lunch meat,
Dr. Pepper.
Guacamole. Oh yeah, plenty of Dr. Pepper.
I see some Miller Lite. Oh yeah, a bunch of Coke at the bottom. Is that orange juice or milk in that carton back there?
That would be orange juice.
No milk, huh? Not a milk drinker at all?
There's milk somewhere around here. I think it's just hidden.
Okay.
Well, you might be right. We might not have milk.
Is that Is that pea on the right? What is that?
What are you talking about?
On the right there. Is that pea?
Where? This?
On the right. Or maybe it's the left. I don't know. I can't on the right of the screen.
That's apple juice.
Oh, that's apple juice.
That's apple juice.
Okay, that's my bad. Is that ranch? That's a big bottle of ranch, dude.
Yeah, we got some classic ranch, some Thousand Island right here.
Okay.
Some Thousand Island. There's a Mountain Dew kick.
Of course there's Mountain Dew. You guys are in a trailer in Baytown.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a standard. That's a requirement to own a trailer in Baytown is to have Mountain Dew in the fridge.
Here's the sauce cabinet. My dad put the syrup in the sauce for whatever, or in the refrigerator for whatever reason.
Oh, wait, the syrup is in the fridge?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Pan down. I can't see that. You got to pan down there with the.
Go.
We got a little Pepto in there. Yeah, putting syrup in the fridge is just a big no-no.
He puts crackers in the fridge.
What?
Like, I don't get it.
Like family, like your family members? That's crazy.
Yeah,
right,
that's what my dad does.
Nice kitchen. I dig it. Okay. What was that thing hanging down there?
Oh, this is those luau's that you wear in Hawaii?
Yeah.
I don't know why
Lays?
it's up here.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't understand it.
It's fancy.
Here's the microwave. It's an Emerson. And here's Guy Fieri.
Wait. Oh, I was like, what is this? That's okay. You got to pan down, buddy. You got Guy Fieri next to the microwave?
It's just some dude who looks like Guy Fieri and does
pan up a little. He does.
His name's Tex. He's a really good guy. He does a lot of pinstriping for motorcycles, and he knows a lot of NASCAR drivers. And
why is he next to your microwave, Trey?
I don't know. I didn't put it there, but here's the weight bench.
Oh shit! This is where you're getting swole.
Yeah.
Why is the weight bench in the kitchen?
I don't know. I honestly I couldn't tell you. Here's the air conditioner. It's not doing very well. We got Ferris's food over here. We got Kyler's food over here.
Oh, you got them separated. Good, separate but equal, just like the South, right? Keeping it true to the South, separate but equal. I get it. You got a black cat and a white dog, and you got all their stuff separate but equal. Okay, good for you, Trey.
True. That's not true.
Let me see your bedroom.
There's a picture of ducks for some reason.
Just random ducks, huh?
Yeah. Okay. So here's my room. It's kind of messy, but
And
Here's
now,
my room.
well, hold on. We're not going to see a lot of lotion and porn bags in here, are we? Because I'll let you tidy up first.
No. Here's my bed.
This is where it all goes down.
Here's a poster. Here's the Dallas Cowboys star.
Okay.
And I got a poster of Cliff Harris.
Okay.
And then I got a poster of the great Roger Staubach.
Pan up. Can't see it. Pan up.
You see it now?
There it is. Yes.
The greatest quarterback of all time, Roger Staubach.
Well, let's slow down. He gave you a bicycle. Let's not go crazy, okay? Just a random cowboy thing. What else? Let me see the other side of the room. Let me see what do we got? Do you have clothes on the floor? Let me see the floor.
Okay.
Is it messy? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, a little bit, but
jeez, you got a fan.
I gotta close this. It's very hot in this room.
Okay.
But
why?
But I don't know. There's not really an AC in here.
Oh God, how do you sleep
at night? It's just a big fan.
Oh,
I don't know.
Do you sleep naked? Do you get naked?
No.
You don't?
No, that's a fear of mine.
What?
I don't
want to fear of sleeping naked?
Yeah, I don't want to do that because I'm afraid somebody's gonna come in and it's gonna be awkward.
For who? Them or you?
I
when
know.
You're swinging that big old tray dong at them, they're gonna be like, "This is awkward."
It's gonna be awkward for me more than anything.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my room. This is the trailer.
This is the trailer, dude. This has been outstanding. I appreciate the tour of the house. I know all the deckheads appreciate the tour of the house.
No problem.
I appreciate you doing the show, my friend.
Anytime.
This was a lot of fun. We got to get out of here. But I appreciate you, buddy, and I look forward to hearing you back on the air at ESPN very soon.
Well, I appreciate you having me on, Barry. You got a good thing going here. I hope that you get some more Patreons, and maybe hopefully at one time Royal Crown can sponsor you. And have fun at the event tomorrow. I'll try and make it down.
Yeah, come out. Southwest Infinity. We're going to be there. In fact, I'm about to do one more read for it. So, Trey, thank you so much. How can the people follow you? What's the best social media for everybody to follow you on? Instagram, Twitter? Tell them what it is.
I'm on Twitter. My Twitter handle is juggalo_Trey48. And that's where I am at. That's where I get the most engagement. So if you want to follow me on Twitter and hear all my takes, then that's where you go.
Go get those hot takes, and I'll get some Royal Crown, and we'll do this. What are you doing? We're getting out of
the dog's eating the chips, and I'm trying to keep the chips away from the dog.
Oh, Trey, I love you, buddy, so much. I really do. I hope this isn't the last time we do this, my friend.
No, it won't be. I promise.
Good luck on air, and I hope to see you soon, if not tomorrow, okay?
All right, take it easy, man.
All right, Trey Campbell, everybody. Juggalo Trey right here. Barry on deck. As advertised, as billed. I love Jug so much. Hey, real quick, I do want to tell you guys, I want to remind you one more time, I am out at Southwest Infinity tomorrow from 9 to 10:30. BioPledge is going to be there, and BioPledge is doing something really cool. They're partnering with Southwest Infinity and myself. They will be cleaning or actually disinfecting first responders and healthcare professionals' cars absolutely free with a BioPledge treatment. BioPledge is going to kill 99.99% of all the nasty stuff, viruses, funguses, bacteria, and then it will keep that surface, it'll keep killing on that surface for up to 30 to 120 days. They're offering the service absolutely free to first responders. R. Silva, I know you are a firefighter. Come out there, get your car sprayed. If you have a first responder or a healthcare provider in your family or a friend, tell them, get out there to Southwest Infinity between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. tomorrow. I'll be there from 9 to 10:30. Come by in the morning and say hi. They're doing it absolutely free as a way to give back and say thank you to our first responders. I appreciate it, and I appreciate our first responders and healthcare providers and healthcare professionals, as does BioPledge and Southwest Infinity. So make sure you make it out there. Tell a friend, tell somebody you know. And again, thank you to BioPledge and Southwest Infinity. And hey, if you tuned in today or you're watching this later, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for being here. This was a lot of fun. This was another exciting episode for me just because I get to do this. And guys, I appreciate the support. If you sent me a super chat, thank you so much. You have no idea how much that means to me. I I look forward to growing this with you guys and making this show what you want it to be. And together, we can't fail. Tomorrow, good question, Santos. The question is, who's on tomorrow? I don't know. I've been so busy, I haven't booked a guest yet. But I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to get somebody. If nothing else, maybe I'll just get Oliver to sit in for an hour. I don't know yet. We're going to figure it out. Deckheads, I love you so much. Thank you so much to everybody that tuned in. And we will see you guys tomorrow at 2 a.m. Do me a favor. Go tell a friend, would you? Thank you guys so much. We'll see y'all tomorrow.